you can't close. And I don't know if you guys know this or anybody may or may not know this, I could share just to give you a nugget. But the complexities is you can't close unless you have a CO. A CO can only be issued if everything's paid for. If a builder is in trouble, you need the proof that it's paid for. It can't just be like a receipt, because what if they have checks that bounce? Then it's not really paid for. And you can transfer ownership, and the new owner is going to be responsible.
Recording in progress.
If a subcontractor places a construction lien on anything that's been done within 90 days. So if I'm ready to close, and this is what happened. I had the deal ready to close last week. But if I close and the day before he had some last minute construction type of stuff happen and he doesn't pay them, and then we close as the new owner, they could come back in 60 days and say they were never paid, slap on a construction lien, and we'll be responsible. So that was interesting to learn.
That is interesting. I've never heard of that either. It's like there's something called the Monte Carlo effect, and if you mess with ChatGPT, I like to ask it, like, whatever situation I'm in, I ask it, what's the Monte Carlo effect on this? And what it is, the idea is that whatever situation that comes across your desk in life, whatever it is, think of 10 different alternative situations or solutions that could have happened. And what I'm taking out of it is that's kind of what real estate is real estate, getting a transaction to the closing table. There's 10,000 different things that could pop up that it's like, what is going on? But we get paid in direct proportion to the problems that we solve. So we just got to solve bigger and better problems, and the paycheck will reflect. What else? And we'll go, thank you for sharing, by the way. Carrick, I've seen you popping off in the chat, bro. We're just going over real quick what's working for people this month. What have you learned? What are some challenges you're facing? Or anyone can jump on.
Hi, Luis. Good afternoon, brother. How are you?
Good, man. How are you?
I'm good, brother. Thank you. So I am facing a bit of a challenge, and it's been a marketing strategy that I've been trying for the last 3 months. And I want to kind of see what your perspective is on it, In the past, I closed my first 10 deals. It was just based on ready mode, deal machine, a VA, right, cold calling. And that's how I was able to acquire those. And then, as in the last 3 to 4 months, I decided to switch on to a go high level CRM. I bought county data as well for the whole year. And I tried SMS, email campaign, but it has been like not the best leads so far generated within that campaign. So what do you think about it?
Yeah, and when you say the campaign, it's an SMS campaign, or what kind of campaign is it?
Yeah, it's an SMS campaign and email campaign.
And what platform do you use for SMS? Is it Go High Level?
Go High Level, yeah.
How many messages can you send a day?
It doesn't. I haven't really tried the maximum. I only do SMS for the county data, and then I do extract bulk data from X leads as well.
Okay. So I would just say it really depends on, one, how many messages you can send per day, because it's like if we send 1,000 per day, you might be sending way more, you might be sending way less. What do you know?
Way less.
Way less.
Yeah, it's about like 150 a day from what I receive from county data.
So it might just be that you're not just touching enough people.
Mm-hmm.
And
I also do 3-line dialer on the same data, and it's just like at some point I thought I was getting bad data from the numbers I was being provided by the data syndicate. I'm not sure if you're familiar with them. And then I tried to skip trace that same county data and skip Jimmy, but it's not getting the most accurate results,
Like what we're gonna start doing with SMS is skip tracing. We focus on Arizona, Maricopa County for SMS, and then like Tennessee a little bit, and Alabama, but we want to buy property here. So I say that to say this: we're gonna start focusing on expired listing data that sat on market for 90 days or more. Because on Deal Machine, you can filter it that way and then run that through our SMS campaign. Just to test, because in my head, that's as hot of a lead as possible, right? Someone that had the house on market for 90 days and it didn't sell, already in their head, in my opinion, they think something's wrong with the house, right? People don't like getting rejected, so they're like, what's wrong with me? What's wrong with the house? Why didn't it sell? I had a realtor, blah, blah, blah. So we're going to start testing that, seeing how it goes. But just from what you told me, bro, I'm not an expert at SMS, but it might just be like we're sending 1,000, you're sending 150. It might just be that you're not sending enough messages to people is why you're not seeing results.
Makes sense, brother. I'll take that into consideration. And I guess it's just that. But I thank you so much for the response on this. I appreciate it.
Yeah, for sure. Yeah, we're still learning as well, but we've seen results. But I think it's because we send so many messages.
Yeah, that's true. It's a numbers game, so that's literally the sense of it. Yeah.
Because
awesome.
The way I see it too, brother, it's like if you're asking one person to the dance, but I'm asking 10 people to the dance, the likelihood of someone saying yes with the bigger pool of people is higher, just because of odds.
Yeah, definitely. Great example. Awesome.
For sure.
Thank you, bro.
Yeah, thank you, bro. And then Marvin, I know you had a question earlier, but the call was breaking up. If you want to jump in. I think his connection was acting funky. But while we get him to jump in, Mo, you've been crushing it. Mo actually runs our SMS department. And he started with us. Go ahead.
Sorry to interrupt. I want to add something about the expired lists. I mean, yeah, they have the idea. They want to sell the property, but also there is a reason why it's been on the market for 90 days and didn't get sold, right? I mean, maybe they estimating the property. They are asking for a high price. Don't you think that if we reached out to those people, they will ask for a ridiculous price for their property?
Yeah, I mean that's a good question. The data will answer it all. So that we're gonna start testing it. I don't know yet, just because we haven't started running it. But yeah, very well. There's always two sides to the coin, though. It's like a quarter, right? You have heads and tails. One side is that, right? It's like, oh, why didn't their house sell? The other side is, yeah, why didn't their house sell? It's a prime opportunity.
Can I say something to that?
Please.
So I think, first of all, if it didn't sell because you reach out to them and then they are still stuck on the price and it didn't sell because of the price, they're not the seller that we want to go after anyway. So I would shake it off, move on. But I think it still is valuable because then you'll get one where it's already been conditioned that they haven't sold at the price and maybe you've seen increments of decreasing. So I'll give you an example. I had one where I was wholesaling and it was even creative. And the price started at $405 and we went down $405, $395, $390, $385. And then I had shared with them that the rest of the listings in the area were the same price. However, there was right on the same road, one that sold in a matter of 5 days at $330 because there was a divorce. No sooner than I shared that and they were being strict and stubborn with me on their price, I canceled the contract. I wasn't going to get tied into the property. And the next 2 days, neighborhood realtor listed it, sold the property at $330 in 5 days. So I already conditioned them at all the challenges and worked through that process because they were stubborn. But then the next person came in and they had my advice in the back of their head. The next person got the benefit of that. So I would say there are two sides of this. If it's somebody that's going to be stuck on price and that's why it didn't sell, it's not the right seller we're wanting to work with anyway, and I would just move on. But you're going to get those ones in that second scenario that would be beneficial.
That was great feedback. Thank you. Yeah. And what I'm noticing right now, it's like, how can I be different than all the other wholesalers that are calling her? It's if the property is near you within an hour drive, even if it's 3 hour drive. I know Niall has driven like 3-4 hours just to head to a seller's house to get the deal done. We had to do that. Parth just had to do that, where we had a seller in Arizona an hour away, not answering, pulled up, got pictures, brought her a Chick-fil-A sandwich. Literally, we got her Chick-fil-A, and because a lady in a wheelchair hasn't stepped outside her house in years, and she's like, oh, I love Chick-fil-A, brought her Chick-fil-A. So like, what's separating you and the competition is what we need to ask ourselves. Like, are you doing the little things that the seller's gonna remember? Hey, this person actually cared. Like a $5 sandwich now is good. Now the likelihood of us closing this deal is very, very high, right? So it's like sending them a selfie video after you close the deal, letting them know that you're legit, sending them a thank you card. Like, all these little different things are what's gonna separate you and the competition. Letting them know you're legit, inviting them to your office, meeting them somewhere, just so they know that you're a real person. And just being very blunt with them too. Like, Mr. Seller, you want to sell, we want to buy. I don't think you're in the business of wasting time. I know I'm not, for sure. Like, can we find a win-win solution here, or can we not? How do you want to take this? Like, being more of an orchestrator of the conversation rather than an order taker. Asking them, is this okay? Is that okay? Can we do this? Can we do that? Like, they're going to see the frame is lower. They're going to see you as less than. They're going to see you as a waiter. What I noticed that helps me is telling them exactly what we're going to do. Mr. Seller, this is what's going to happen by the end of the call. We're either going to tell you, yes, we're interested and we make an offer, or my team says, hey, we're not, and we'll leave off as friends. But this is what's going to happen. And if we do come to a win-win solution, we're going to put an email together, and you and I, we're gonna go through it just in case you have any questions. Is there anybody else, when you make big decisions, that you want involved in processes like this or in decisions like this? Getting them to tell you, hey, I have a girlfriend that I keep involved. I have a wife that also cares. Like, these little things that are costing us deals don't have to cost us deals if we get them involved. Letting them know, hey, bring whoever you want to bring to the phone call. Let's all go over it together. They might have a girlfriend. They might tell you, no, I need to read this over, because they have a girlfriend that's on speakerphone right next to him that hasn't said a word, because you didn't ask the question, hey, when it comes to decisions like this, who's usually involved? Is it just you? Is it you and a partner, you and a girlfriend? Like, these little things are what's kind of separating us and getting the deal or not getting the deal. But yeah, guys, I just wanted to touch base. These Saturday calls is for us to learn from you guys, us to kind of go over what's working for us, what's not working for us. But so far, it's been our biggest month contract-wise. We're at 23 contracts, but also the biggest month with the biggest challenges. So it's like, it's kind of like the universe telling us, it's like, hey, you want this big life, be ready for big challenges. But that's it. That's really it from me, guys. Anybody else want to leave any feedback?
I do have a question. Can you hear me a little better now?
Yeah, I can hear you way better, brother.
Yes, sir. Perfect. So my question is, how do you get a better grip of dispo, right? Because I'd say I'm pretty good at dispo. Our dispo gal, she's pretty good. But what I've noticed is there's been a couple things that have been slipping through the cracks, like a simple phone call to the homeowner, right? That almost cost the deal. And she's busy. We've got like 10 deals on the board that she's working on. So I'm not saying like she's not working. I'm just saying like little stuff is starting to slip. How do you like reset? How do you reset that part of the business and get a good hold of it? I don't know if I'm explaining myself right.
I mean, bro, I've had the opportunity to be around the best of the best dispo people in that we see as mentors, And there's one guy that I put in front of all of them that is a book of knowledge. His name is Parth Bhatia, and he's on the call. So Parth, if you want to touch base on what helps you, bro, how you control so many fires at once. This guy handles 40 to 50 contracts a month just by himself. Imagine how many challenges that comes with. But I'll kind of let him touch on that because he's the expert at that. He's in the office. He's just getting set up. So he's jumping on 1 sec.
Oh, okay. No worries.
You want some NeuroGum? It's each piece is supposed to be 150 milligrams of natural caffeine.
All right, let's see.
Stone put me on. He said he's been cracked out when he takes these. Amazon delivered it. All right. You heard the question?
No, what was the question?
It's on mute. Hey, if you can repeat your question, brother.
Yeah, sir. So my question would be, how do you stay organized with Dispo, since you're handling 40 to 50 contracts a month? Is there like a checklist or an app that you use, like to set reminders and stuff like that, to call homeowners, to price drop, to text buyers, all the the whole 9 yards?
Yeah, so we use FreedomSoft. FreedomSoft's been pretty good for kind of keeping track of all of our leads. We also have it built out for like.
All right, so I just left a real estate meetup event here in this crazy apartment complex in Scottsdale. And the biggest thing that I'm learning from being around, I mean, these people in the room were talking billions of dollars. The owner of Investor Lifts, like, yeah, last month we fell short $30,000 of doing $1 billion in transactions. It's like, what kind of rooms are you getting yourself into? If you're not putting yourself in the room, I just moved from Orlando, Florida to be in a bigger room. And what happens when you start getting in bigger rooms is you start to surround yourself with way bigger thinking. And what happens? You start to get ideas. You start to meet people that can change your life. You're a handshake away from changing your life. So I say that to say this, dude, get in the room, take the risk, because if you don't take the risk, you're not gonna end up in cool places. I mean, this is like the most expensive apartment complex in Scottsdale, Arizona, the Optima. I mean, dude, there's so much money here. You go in the garage and you see the craziest cars. But it's not even about all the material stuff. The material stuff is just the little trophies that show you, hey, you're doing an okay job. But there's so much room to grow. I mean, I'm in a room sitting with people that are doing thousands and thousands of deals in their career. And if each deal's $20,000, $10,000, do the math on that. So get in the room.